Hey, before you watch this whole video, you should know that you're able to slow it down if it's going too fast. All you have to do is select playback speed. Any of these options above normal will slow it down. Hi, I'm Becky. Welcome to the Direct Message Video Tutorials. In today's episode, we're going to be showing you how to set up a Zoom account and how to use Zoom on an Android device. Zoom is a video calling service that was originally made for businesses, but you can also make a personal account and talk to your friends and family all at once. Maybe you've already used it for the holidays that just passed, but just in case you haven't, we're going to walk you through how to set it up and how to use it. If you already have an email address or a social media account like Facebook, then setup for Zoom is really easy. If you haven't set up an email address yet, then you can go back to see a previous episode where we explain how to set up an email account for all the major devices. To begin, find the Google Play Store. Find the Google Play Store. It looks like this. In the top search bar, type Zoom and then touch the magnifying glass. Touch the option that says Zoom Cloud Meetings. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. Now touch the green Install button. After a few minutes of downloading, the Zoom icon will appear on your home screen. Once you find the Zoom icon on your home screen, touch it to open it, and it will show you a page that looks like this. If you only want to join a meeting rather than creating an account, then you're almost done. All you have to do is touch the blue button that says Join a Meeting. Just type in the meeting ID and password from your family member or friend who gave it to you, and you can join their meeting. But if you want to be able to create your own meetings, you need to sign up for an account. I'll show you how to do that now. When you touch the blue words in the bottom of the screen that say Sign Up Now, it will ask you for your birthday. Once you fill that out, now you have to fill in your email address, your first name and last name, and then touch Sign Up. This will bring up a window that says Zoom sent you an email. Now you're going to need to access your email account. You can do this by opening up your web browser. If the email from Zoom does not seem to appear in the inbox, press the 3 horizontal lines located in the top left-hand side of the screen. Touching these 3 lines will let you see your spam mailbox. The Zoom email might be here. If the Zoom email is not there, then you might have to go through the process again to make sure that you put in your correct email address. From our email, we're brought to this page that asks for your first name, your last name, and for you to create a password for your Zoom account. Now, it's important that you don't use the same password that you use for all of your accounts, because if someone was able to guess your password, then they would be able to hack into all of your accounts if they all have the same password. That's why having a slightly different password for every account that you create is really important. And you can do this by changing it ever so slightly with just 1 letter or 1 number. When you're ready, click Continue at the bottom of the screen. So now Zoom is asking us to fill in our friends' email addresses to invite them to Zoom. This step is not necessary, but what is necessary is another robot test. Boom! We in. Now who's the robot? Once you've completed the robot test and you don't want to add your friends' emails addresses in, you can click Skip this step. Congratulations, you've made a Zoom account. And you can open up Zoom now by going to your home screen and touching the Zoom icon. It looks like this. Touch Allow on the pop-ups that appear. When you touch the 3 dots, it will give you access to the chat box. When you touch chat, it will open the chat window where you can type out messages using your keyboard to people on the call. Touch the mute icon to turn on and off your microphone. Touch Start Video to turn on your camera and touch it again to turn it off. Notice the green Share Screen icon. When you're finished with your call, touch the red End button on the top right-hand part of your screen. To host a meeting of your own, touch the orange New Meeting icon. This will give you various options to starting your new meeting. When you start a meeting of your own, Zoom gives you a meeting ID and a password. You need to give the meeting ID and password to the people that you're inviting to the meeting so that they can sign on to the call. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Direct Message Video Tutorials. See you next time.